Hello, market movers. Hello, TPott.
What's up?
How you doing today?
Good. I'm
How's
good. How are you
going
doing?
for you?
I'm doing all right.
You know what, TPott?
You know what? I don't know how I'm doing. I haven't looked to see if the Tigers are winning or losing. Holy cow, they're up 2-0. So this could be the end of a really bad losing streak. So I'm doing okay right now.
They beat the Braves the other day. You were
No, they
worried.
didn't.
They didn't beat the Braves?
No, they got swept by the Guardians and the Braves, and they lost their 2 games before that. They're on an 8-game skid.
Oh, that's not good.
They're collapsing like I said they would,
You
Jeff.
did say they were going to collapse.
And you all laughed at me and said, don't be so fatalistic, Teapot.
They
And
were
I said,
up. I checked
understand.
the score of the last Braves game, and they were up.
Yeah, they choked.
They were up big.
They choked.
I just thought for
They
sure they had
choked.
won that game.
No, they choked. Nacho Alvarez.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad the Tigers are up 2-0. Hopefully they pull through for you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight here on Market Movers Live. We're excited to have you as part of the show tonight. T-Ball, we got a nice little rundown tonight. We actually have some really nice giveaways because you did a video on the Market Movers YouTube channel.
I did.
Not too long ago where you opened up a bunch of boxes.
Yep.
We're giving all those cards away tonight.
Yes, we are. Yes,
That's
we
cool.
are. Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're giving them all away. We're going to do a combination of questions from the chat and just answer questions this month on from the live chat. And then we're going to do 3 different giveaways to members. And one of those cards was a Gold Sparkle rookie card. I forget who it was now. You remember who it was?
It was Casey Wallace.
Casey Wallace.
So not bad.
Yeah.
Actually.
I think it was like a $300 card.
Oh, we're giving away a $300 card tonight.
Yeah.
I like that. By the way, that's Parker over there on the
Howdy.
breaking desk tonight. Parker, how you doing tonight, sir?
Awesome.
Yep.
Parker is filling in tonight for Nick. No, Nick is normally over on the breaking desk, but
Yep.
Nick is on vacation this week. But we love having Parker. Parker's one of the OG sports card investor, market movers, team members. Been
Yes, he
here
is.
since 2020.
Yep.
Since the
5
early
years.
days. 5 years. That's right. 5 years. 5 years.
Yep.
And so it's pretty cool to have him here with us tonight. We've also got Dan. I don't think he's on camera, but we have our
Point that thing
our
at him. I
product
don't know,
manager
Charles.
Dan in the house tonight as well, manning the chat. He normally is up in Michigan, but he's down. We did a company meeting yesterday, so he came down for the meeting. So
That's
it's
right.
nice to have Dan in the house tonight as well. It's nice to have all you guys in the house tonight. We got these fun giveaways for you guys tonight. We got trivia coming up in an hour and in 45 minutes.
Yep.
And Teapot, tonight's trivia is a theme. You know, I sometimes like to do these theme trivias.
Okay. Yeah, the themes get me in trouble, though, Jeff.
The theme of the trivia relates to the Market Movers video that went out a couple of hours ago.
Perfect.
Tell everybody about that video, because if you haven't seen it yet, as soon as this live stream gets done, you got to go watch the video that went out on this Market Movers YouTube channel a couple of hours ago. It was kind of a first of a kind video that you did.
Yeah, it was a labor of love, honestly, from a lot of people on the team. So basically what we did was we took a lot of data from Ryan, our buddy at GemRate, about all the graded cards in existence, graded for all time, through all the different eras, all the different sports, and we did this big data visualization using visual effects. We started scripting this and working on it months back, and have been filling in and chipping away at the edits and things for a few months now. And it's 12 minutes but it really tells the story very well, in my opinion, of just how many graded cards there are in the world.
Yeah.
And it's, in a way, it's not as much as you would think, because it was just like out in the parking lot visualized, but it's pretty alarming when you start looking at like volume versus just stacking things up, because it would actually go all the way to the International Space Station and back. That's how far up every graded card graded through all time would stack. So it's a really cool video, very different from what we normally do with data dive videos on the computer or in the card shop or at card shows. This was a little more of a storytelling. So
we just dropped a link to that video in the YouTube chat. If you want to watch it tonight after this video, definitely go check it out. It's a fun one to watch for sure. Okay, TPott, we are tonight. So we had a little snafu. Some of you may have noticed. We normally send out emails ahead of the show, and we tell people to go to the form on our website to submit questions. Well, the form was closed off for certain people to submit. So many of you went to the form to submit questions and weren't able to get a question in. It said you'd already submitted. So we apologize for the technical snafu. But what that means is we're going to be taking questions tonight from the YouTube chat. So this is open to everybody. Anybody in the YouTube chat tonight, you may ask a question. And if we choose your question, TPott and I are going to be choosing the questions here in real time. If we choose your question, we will reward you with a little giveaway, some packs or some of the giveaways from TPott's video as we go through the show tonight. So what do you think about grabbing our first question or two from the YouTube chat?
Let's do that.
You want to start there? Okay, guys, let's see what questions we get in the YouTube chat.
Jeff, I got it.
Oh, you got it. You want to start with a question here for us?
you.
Parker's going to ask us a
Nice.
question
I like
to start.
it.
Let's go to
It's-
Parker.
Producer Parker.
Not necessarily about someone trying to sell you something, but more the topic. Guttermouth77 said, Jeff, you interested in a Penix Contenders Optic out of 4?
Oh boy.
So just Michael Penix in general.
Oh
what
boy.
do we think?
Oh boy. So
So what do we think of Penix?
by the way, everybody
I'm here.
offers to sell me their Michael Penix cards.
yeah, they do.
Especially this week.
Is that a good sign?
Especially
they
this
do.
week. Guys, I obviously had a terribly rough game this weekend. The Falcons in general had a terribly rough game this week. It was very strange. I actually was, after coming off the road win against Minnesota, where the Falcons looked competent on both sides of the ball, I actually expected us to beat Carolina with some ease. Vegas did as well. We were
Everybody
six point favorite on the road
Yeah.
against Carolina. We lose 30-0.
The only game
It was
more
shocking.
surprising than that was the Packers losing to the Browns. But other than that,
It was shocking. I still believe in Penix. I think he showed some good signs early in the season, those first couple of games. He's had some inconsistency, but you got to remember he started 2 games last season, I believe, and now this was his 3rd start. So we're talking of this season. I think this was his 5th or maybe his 6th career start ever. So you're talking the equivalent of, a rookie who's in game number 6 of their career. So you do not expect a quarterback to be very good at that point in their career progression. So I still like Penix. I think by the time we get towards the end of the season, he's going to look more seasoned, more poised. He definitely has shown some flashes. I liked his play in week 1 against the Bucs. He was great.
He also played 48 games in college. He's one of the
Played a lot of
older
games in college.
quarterbacks we've seen come
Sure.
out and play. So I think it was like it's Chris Winkie and then him, in terms of age. So
I don't know. I don't know if I go quite that far, but yes, it was. He's an older quarterback, but he's still a rookie in the NFL.
he's still a rookie.
He's still a rookie in the NFL.
Yeah.
If you trotted me out there, I'm older than Penix.
Yeah.
Trot me out there. I'm going to need at least 5 games before I start to play at all-pro caliber.
You think
and
he'd
Penix does
make
as
it
well.
5 games, Parker?
Penix does as well.
Well, I heard that their OC is making them. Well, the Falcons fired their wide receivers coach, which is a weird move. 3 games in, and then the OC is going to move from the booth down to the field now. So
Making moves.
it's going to make all the
Trying to
difference.
make it work.
Let's get a prize for the question. Even though he was trying to sell me something, let's give Guttermouth77 a prize. What do you have for him there,
You
Parker?
want one of the packs, TPott, you think?
So let's do this. They're in order. There's 15 of them.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick a random number.
I can just grab one.
Pull the gold sparkle one out because we're gonna do that one as like the final random giveaway to the top person. I think it's toward the back. So I'll pick a number 1 to 14. I don't know what the rest of the sequence is. That's the gold sparkle. We're gonna give that way with our last giveaway tonight. But the rest of them, let's do the pack number 4. in the box.
Pack number 4.
So pull out pack number 4 from the box.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then Guttermouth, I think it was.
Guttermouth 77.
Make sure to fill out the. So it was a Derek Lively rookie. Is it a
Out of
rookie?
75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some cards in there, team bagged up. So we'll send you that, and then you can rip a pack too, Parker. We've got enough.
A pack out of the select basketball.
I think so. Let's see. We got 15 there.
Yeah, 15 of these.
We'll do packs with the next question.
Okay, cool.
But make sure to fill out the giveaway form, please, Guttermouth, so that we have your shipping information.
All right, Dan's going to post that in the chat for you.
Yep.
Chris Carpenter asks, do you guys think that Topps Basketball will sell better than Panini when the license switches over? Which, by the way, it is switching over in
like a month.
8 days.
Oh.
In 8
well,
days.
Yeah.
Now, Topps,
the product.
Topps' first product will not be released until exactly 1 month from today.
Yeah.
The 23rd of October is when Topps flagship basketball releases. That's their first NBA product fully licensed.
Yeah.
All the way back to 2009. So
Yeah.
their first one in 16 years. I think it will definitely sell better. I think there has been some Prism fatigue and some Panini fatigue the last few years, just in general, especially when it comes to basketball. I think that there's going to be a resurgence in interest around the fact that you're getting licensed Topps and Topps Chrome and all of the different Topps sets back. I think there will be, more game use stuff, more autographs. I think people will be excited to have the Topps products back, if nothing else, than for nostalgia. So I think you're going to see a surge in it. But on top of that, Topps is going to bring their full marketing muscle to this thing. And we've seen what Topps did the last few years under Fanatics' leadership with Major League Baseball and things like the Major League Baseball debut patches. And they did a lot to really push the first moments cards and a lot of marketing and commercials and player involvement and all that kind of stuff to a degree that had never been seen before. You're about to get all of that with the NBA.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be big. I think you're going to see a lot of just a lot more marketing, a lot more attention, some nostalgia, all of it mixed together. You're going to see some really cool cards. I know they got some stuff up their sleeves. I don't know all the details, but I know you're going to get, NBA debut patches. You're going to get one on Cooper Flagg this season, for example. So yeah. I think it will sell better. What do you think?
Hopefully the logo stays on when he makes it out onto the court.
Well,
do I think it'll sell better is it's a bit of an ambiguous question, and in the sense that the boxes aren't going to be the same price as Prism. There's different products, but when Topps Chrome comes out, I do think it's going to be maybe it will be. The most recent class of Prism, those hobby boxes are like $400, which is the cheapest any Prism box for any year for basketball has been.
Yeah, you're going back to pre-pandemic.
If you stack up the current prices of every year, that's significantly cheaper than any year out there that you can find. So maybe I think when Topps Chrome basketball comes out, because it's the first year back, it's probably going to be pretty crazy.
Plus,
honestly.
you're going to have Cooper Flagg.
You're going to have Cooper Flagg. That's what I'm saying. Is that helps. We saw those
Harper, Ace Bailey.
Those Wemby boxes were like $800. The 2023 Topps Chrome unlicensed, weren't they around that when it first came out? Like when they peaked out?
They might have shot up to that. That's not what they debuted at.
I think they peaked out at like 800 or something for an unlicensed. So I think Topps Chrome will be very popular. There's going to be more, I think, sales volume of a lot of these hobby boxes than there was from some of the Panini stuff, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, Chris Carpenter, let's get him dialed up with a prize over there. Parker?
Alrighty. Number, TPott?
Do the packs this time. We can do the packs.
We're going to go back and
forth.
We'll
do two
so
packs.
we'll give him some packs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That
you
way
want me to open them?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You can open them. So we got select basketball megas, and you can actually get some decent stuff. Dan and I ripped a couple of these boxes last night, and he had a gold ice Embiid out of it.
Really?
So you can get some stuff. All right, so let's do.
He's one of your favorite players.
Let's do 2 packs. Embiid.
Yeah, he's on up there with LeBron, isn't he?
Yes.
Shows your favorite players in the NBA.
Sure.
Alrighty.
Sure.
Like gold ice Embiid. I wouldn't want Embiid anywhere near ice.
He needs to ice his knees, like I do.
Alrighty, we got
There's a Wemby. Pull it down a little. There you go.
So there we go. Second year Wemby. Keontae George, Reed Shepherd rookie, and a blue ice
Embiid.
Paul George.
Oh, Paul George. I thought it was Embiid upside down.
That'd be hilarious.
Pretty funny.
Alrighty. Tristan Da Silva, another Reed Shepherd, Tyrese Halliburton, blue Prism, and Lori Markkinen, Blue Ice.
All right, cool. So who asked that question? Make sure to fill
That's
out
from Chris Carpenter.
Chris, please fill out the giveaway form if you.
I'm going to take one more question, Teapot, then I'm going to send you out into the aisle for a minute here.
Okay.
This one from Ozark Mountain Collectibles. Which Topps case hits will rise to the top as the licensing changes over? I think this is a very interesting question. He's making the assumption that case hits of Topps will rise, and they kind of need to, because the one thing that I think, one of the things that really has defined the Panini era are case hits, especially when it comes to football. A little less so basketball.
I think basketball is pretty high, but
Basketball is high as well, but football especially. The downtowns, the kabooms, the color blasts, the stained glass. It can go on and on and on. All of these case hits are really what, especially a lot of young collectors are chasing, but I think a lot of collectors in general are chasing. They're the hot cards that people get out of repacks and all that kind of stuff, right? Topps has not had the same cachet with case hits. And if you look at the baseball products, they're not as case hit centric. They're more oriented around, the numbered cards, the autograph cards, etc. Now, Topps has been trying. They recognize this deficiency. You got home field advantage, which they've added. You've got Helix, which they've added. You've got radiating rookies, which they've added. They've now got the aces and the kings.
All aces and all kings.
Aces and all kings, which they've added.
Yeah.
So they're trying. But what do you think, T-Bot? Crystallized is another one.
Crystallized are cool.
Is it hidden gems? Are any of these kind of standing out to you of like, this is going to become the definitive case hit of the Topps era? Or do you think they're just never going to, it's not going to be as much of a thing anymore?
I don't think they've really scratched the surface of getting there yet with some of these things. Like the crystallized actually do look really cool. They're really cool. In fact, Charles, if you want to show my screen, I'm trying to pull up a few of these for examples. But crystallized looks really cool.
These look really, the crystallized looks really neat in person.
They're very cool in hand.
Yeah, they look better in person than in that photo right there, because they actually have a kind of almost like a crystal finish to the card. Like it shines.
It's like an internal sparkle.
Yes, like a sparkle finish to the card. Here. So it actually looks pretty cool.
Has a lot of the depth. And then speaking of depth, these are called depths of darkness, and they look like shattered glass. And they also have like a very 3D element to them. There's actually some depth to the card, and you can kind of tilt it. Obviously, you can't see that here. And then for those who don't know, all aces, we'll just look at my guy. These also look much better, much cooler in hand. You can it's a blurry picture. But this one, it's actually like embossed with that foil over the top of it. And these, it's almost like rivets around the edge of the card. These look really cool. If I had to pick one insert that I've been really impressed by so far from Topps, it's the all aces and all kings. I think they look really cool in hand, and they have a lot of simplicity to them. So in terms of the impression they make, it kind of reminds me more of a blank slate. It's a simple design that really presents very cool and cleanly, but there's a long way to go. They obviously rolled out the home field advantages. Those home field advantage, most people are like, oh, it's a knockoff downtown. They rolled out the Helix, and a lot of people are like, it's a knockoff color blast. And so there's some themes there. Just keep trying. At some point, I think some of that stuff sticks. But the other challenge they have is,
and I'll mention year one of downtown for Panini, they weren't that popular.
Yeah.
That the early basketball ones, 2015 or 16 Studio, I think they were in.
Yeah, Studio for downtowns.
They weren't
2016.
They weren't a big thing in the hobby. I wasn't around back then, but it doesn't seem like, if you look at the historical trends, it doesn't seem like they were paid much attention to.
I bought the Gary Payton downtown in 2019, I believe, for $15.
Yeah, exactly.
From Studio. I was like, this is a cool card.
Yeah.
And then I sold it last year for $280, just raw.
Yeah.
I was like, so those have blown up a lot, but
yeah. So because it takes a little while for some of this stuff to catch on.
Yep.
I like the spotlights.
Spotlights, those are
I like spotlights.
And so is that the one they made much more rare
yes,
this year?
Yes, they made it much more rare. So now it is actually like a case hit style.
Is it
you want to call one of those up on the screen?
Yeah. So
the first year they came out, they were more common.
These
now
are kind of blank
yes,
slate-ish too.
Yes, I like these.
Yeah.
I like these. I would be down with these when they get football and basketball. I think the spotlights.
Can you take something that was once very common? It started out being very common, and then they made it rare.
Tricky.
They did it.
You kind of almost shoot it in the foot,
They did that a little.
They've had the same problem
you
with
could
Top
say that
Sapphire.
Panini, by the way, has done the opposite.
Well, Panini has
They've taken all the things that are very rare and they've made them all very common.
That's why the idea of case hit with no serial numbering on the back is really tricky because you have no idea how many there are.
Yeah.
And as print runs go up every single year, got to be careful. Careful out there.
Who was that question from? That was from...
It's 3-2 Guardians now. Great.
Ozark.
Oh, are you serious?
Rage. I'm going to rage.
Is that really happened?
I'm going to rage.
Wow.
Yep.
Ozark Mountain Collectibles. Let's give Ozark Mountain Collectibles a prize here.
Alrighty. TPott.
Yep.
Bother you from your rage?
Let's do 3.
Okay.
Number 3.
1, 2, 3.
I'm assuming you had the best card on the front of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the pack.
So who's that one? Who's that one?
It's
That's
another Derek
Lively?
Lively Green Wave.
That's a Green
out
Wave.
of 50. Oh, sorry. Derek Lively Green Wave out of 50.
Nice.
This was
Rookie.
a Derek Lively heavy box.
Yeah,
here.
There were
I
two
think
Derek
that's the
Lively
only
ones,
two,
we
but
just
yeah,
happened to get both.
a couple of the parallels.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of Derek Lively. All right, Teapot. I got a mission for you here.
Okay. All right.
This is something we're doing new here. Look at this thing. This thing is look at see, this thing's live. Look at
It's
this
live.
thing here. This thing's
Yeah,
live.
wow,
This thing's a weird little thing
nobody
right
needs
here.
that angle.
I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna send you out here on this thing. All right.
Are you going to use my computer?
You're gonna go. I'll hop on your computer.
Okay.
What I want you to do, Teapot, is I want you
Putting
to go
Dan
out
on the
there.
cam.
There's Dan. What's going on, Dan? What's
All right.
up, Parker? Teapot, I want you to go out there. You got baseball season that's wrapping up. We got the baseball playoffs that are
Yep.
starting quite quickly.
Yep.
We don't know if your Tigers are actually going to make these playoffs or not.
We don't, unfortunately.
Hopefully they will. But I want you to find a couple of baseball cards. Find me 3 baseball cards that you think might have an opportunity to go up during the playoffs.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Well, this thing's like on a swivel too.
We got Teapot first person camera up on us here.
Yep. Let me bring it down a little bit. All right. Spin here.
Teapot's walking through the aisles of CardsHQ,
Yeah.
looking right now at the raw cards, it appears.
I'm looking at the raw.
What's that autograph? Who's that auto right there?
Well, I was going to show you this one. And this Ohtani, it is Angels uniform and not a rookie. So, like,
Wow.
his Dodgers stuff tends to do better now. That's pretty cool, though.
What is that? What is that? I guess that's a rookie. I'm not even familiar with that set. What am
That's
I
out
looking
of,
at
that's, isn't that, like, Definitive? Is that the Definitive logo?
there? Oh, interesting.
I can't remember now. It's,
Top certified autograph issue. Not sure?
yeah.
I'm sure the
let's
chat
see.
knows.
Let's see.
Juan Soto's been on a tear. The Mets
Yeah,
not so much.
The
but
Mets
he
are
has
not,
been.
though. Okay, here's one. If they, whoops, I'm on the wrong, sorry. If they make it, it's kind of like a wild card battle with
Yeah.
Yankees, Red Sox, Tigers, Guardians, Astros, Mariners. It's sort of still wide open between all those teams as to who's going to make it.
Yeah, that's the Aaron Judge X Factor. And a lot of Aaron Judge's stuff has moved up quite a bit in the market
Yeah.
over the year. But I think it's still got room to go up. Charles, if you want to, what do we have that priced at, Teapot, right there?
That Judge was $350, I believe.
Wow, look at this. We just looked at this thing at Market Movers. The last raw one of these sold for $370. So that's actually a nice deal for somebody at CardsHQ. If we look at this card here over the course of the last 365 days, it's up a good amount. Last sale at $370. Has sold for as much as $676. Of course, some of that's going to depend on condition because that's a raw card. But if you go back to before the season, that was a $229 card, a $220 card. So yeah, it's up a good amount, but it certainly could go further. They win a title.
Yeah. Yep. Now, okay, here's a guy that I said I wasn't, I thought the hobby had kind of moved on from, but, so this is a Julio Rodriguez Let's Go, which actually I really do like that insert
Where are we
set
looking
a
here?
lot.
Julio Rodriguez, Let's Go.
Yeah, it's a red, 2024 Topps Pristine Let's Go, red refractor, PSA 10. And the Mariners pitching has been hot. Cal Raleigh's hot. If they get in and J-Rod were to suddenly make some real noise in the playoffs, he's a guy that could certainly see his prices go up.
I imagine that was numbered to 5. I don't even
Numbered
see.
to 5. There's probably no sales.
Yeah, I don't see a red sale of that in Market Movers. I'm looking
doubt
at
it.
Market Movers. I
Yeah.
see a lot of these that have sold,
Yeah.
but they're I don't see the red out of
Yeah.
5 that's sold before. Yeah.
And then, I gotta mention my guy Scooble here.
Oh,
This
there he
his
is.
Orange Bowman First Sapphire, numbered to 75. And his stuff's gone up a lot too. Admittedly, it's gone up a lot. Now, here's the thing about Scooble, Jeff. This breaks my heart. I will be a Scooble fan no matter where he is, whether it's Detroit or otherwise, at least rooting for him. They're saying he's going to command like a $400 million contract in the offseason, and I don't see the Tigers paying him that much. So he might wind up on the Yankees or the Dodgers or the Giants or the Mets or the Phillies or one of the teams that likes to open up their checkbook. And if he goes to one of those big market teams, I mean, I think we're going to see his card prices spike just like we did a few years ago when Garrett Cole went to the Yankees, and like we've seen with other pitchers when they suddenly sign big contracts with new teams. So
All right, buy Scooble. Now's your
I don't know.
opportunity.
Not right now. I probably wouldn't, but I'd wait. I'd wait and see, like in the off season.
Well, you got double up opportunity with him. If the Tigers make the playoffs and he does something big, it could tick up. And if not, if he gets moved in the offseason, it could tick up. I got that card up in Market Movers, Charles. I think we had it stickered at CardsHQ. I think we had it stickered at, what, $570?
Yeah.
Last sale, $562
Yep.
on that card in PSA 10 condition.
Yep.
And that one is up a good amount. If you go back to before the season started, that was a $300 card. So
Yeah.
that one's actually had some nice appreciation over the course of the season.
Yeah.
That 2020 Bowman Sapphire Edition Chrome Prospects there in PSA 10. Nice looking card there.
Yep. Just trying to see if
You got any others for me, Teapot?
I saw an Altuve in there.
What do you think about that Babe Ruth fellow there?
Babe Ruth.
He's going to be all right this
He
postseason?
was decent. He's in the postseason.
He is in the postseason. Babe Ruth is definitely in the postseason.
Yeah, he's there. This Leo DeVries, this kid's he's had a great season in the minors. So he's one to keep an eye on, and so has this guy, Max Clark. So just in terms of minor league prospects who I've got my eye on, and their prices in the offseason, those are two guys who show a lot of promise. I think Kevin McGonigal and Max Clark both might get the call up next year to the Tigers. So there is some hope and optimism for their future, the Tigers, but I'm not seeing too much else like in terms of like guys who might make some noise in the playoffs in here, Jeff.
Okay.
So
well, those have already been picked over.
Probably been cleared
by
out
the aspiring shoppers of CardsHQ and also on our CardsHQ.com website. You can come on back here in the studio, Teapot. But yeah, that happens. All of our graded cards go up on CardsHQ.com, so people like to snag those up quickly if they think that they might get a jump on a player whose card prices are possibly starting to increase. So that may be the case there. But that's some good work out there in the studio. Thank you, Teapot, for returning the camera and joining us back here on set again. Guys, we're going to do a giveaway, and if you are a Market Movers member and you haven't gotten into the giveaway yet tonight, we're obviously doing giveaways throughout the show. We've got some that we're giving away, free to the general public, and but we're going to do a giveaway right now for those who have filled out the giveaway form on the member page. If you haven't done that yet, you go to sportscardinvestor.com/live. And you log in there and you can enter the giveaway form. You only need to do that one time tonight. But Teapot's going to pull all of the entrants here from that form, and we're going to do a little randomizer, and we're going to give some packs away to some of you guys who have entered the giveaway tonight. Of course, we'll also be giving away prizes to those of you asking questions in the chat as well as we go throughout the course of the next hour and a half. And then we got trivia for our Market Movers members coming up here in about an hour and 20 minutes as well, which has some nice prizes associated with it. So stay tuned for all of that and more.
Okay, I'm going to pull up random.org here.
All right, we got Teapot's got the list of those who have entered the giveaway so far. We got a couple of giveaways like this throughout the course of the evening. How many are we going to give away for this first one, Teapot?
Let's do 8 for this one.
8 giveaways for the first one. Okay.
And we're going to do 2. Trying to do my math. We had 40 packs, I think, and 15 of those, so 55. We'll do 2 packs each for this one.
Okay.
For the people.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to do it 3 times. We got the randomized list here.
So the first 8 that come up.
First 8. Ready? There's 1, 2, 3. All right. We got Jay Ferret 7, Acme Collecting, Grandpa Son Cards, Lucky Lou 08 Cold
Lucky
Cards.
Lou was lucky today.
Yep. Steve-O 8008, Heath, and Bama 2659. Those are our winners. Mike Mitchell just on the outside looking in. Maybe the next giveaway, Mike. And get your questions into the chat too as we come back around and do more questions throughout the show. I think we have that somewhere on here, don't we?
More questions?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll take questions
it
as we
says
go.
Q&A. I was scanning for the word questions.
We got plenty of time for questions.
Good.
Do you want Parker to open up some of these packs for
Yeah.
some of the folks?
Yeah.
You want to see some of these cards being ripped?
Yeah, usually we rip them. You good with that, Parker?
Yeah.
Cool. So
Breaker
we'll start
Parker.
with J Ferret 7.
J Ferret 7.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Let's get something good for these people, Parker.
Yeah.
Let's get something good for these
Castle,
people.
Parker, the top rookies in this
I
right
like
now.
Castle a lot.
Castle, Buzelis has risen up a little bit. People are kind of bullish on him after the summer league.
Yeah.
Who else?
I
I mean, obviously we had the top couple guys, but they didn't.
There's
Riza Shea?
Riza Shea and
Yeah.
Sar didn't.
Yeah,
Sar didn't do
Sar.
too
Don't give
much.
up on Riza Shea. I like
I don't
Riza
give
Shea.
up on him. I like him.
Zachary Riza Shea.
Yep. How many times did you practice that one?
Yeah, I
before
had to
the
work
top
on that
five?
one. Had to work on that one. He came by the shop. Had to make sure I had that one. Oh, look at that! There's Zachary Riza Shea right off the bat. Bang!
Ooh, what's that?
Ooh, pink ice,
Pink ice.
insert, I believe. Ooh, Jokic.
That's pretty cool looking. I kind of like that
Neon
one.
icons, pink ice.
That's cool looking.
Let's see if they're out of 99.
Out of 99.
Ah, hey, there you go. Numbered
Nice.
Jokic card.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Give me 1 second here. I gotta get the pennies opened up.
Joseph Brockschmidt says Max Clark is the future for Detroit.
Clark and McGonigal and Briseño, those three guys are all very good. Like I'm very excited about those three for sure. And Dylan Dingler's had a great season for the Tigers too. So
All right, next pack we got Cam Thomas, Russ, Clay, and Ariel Hukporti, Blue Ice rookie.
Very good, very good. So that was winner number one.
that was winner number 1. Oh, did you write those down, Parker?
What?
I had it on
I
the
have a
screen.
Picture. Yeah, I'll take a
Okay.
picture.
All right. I accidentally closed that window.
No, I got them.
All right. Cool. Who's the next one up?
Next one up, Acme Collecting.
Acme Collecting. Cool.
Good job on the organization there, Parker.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bailing your boss
Well, it's
out
on the
of
screen.
closing the window.
Yeah, I had an incognito window to open that, and I closed it.
See, after 5 years of working with him, I just kind of know that.
I just know how to make up for his deficiencies.
Okay, so Acme Collecting, Clay, and then a non-blue KD, I guess.
Yeah, that's like the mezzanine or something, right? Or club level.
Mezzanine? Yeah, mezzanine, I guess.
Yeah, for whatever reason, those never get turned blue.
I love how all the base cards are blue in
Yeah.
a retail product, by the way. Terrence Shannon Jr. and a Russ.
Russ.
Cracked ice. Alrighty. Next pack we have Levine. We got a LeBron insert.
There you go.
Got a silver Keyshawn Jordan. And a blue ice Miles Bridges.
Why don't we do? You want to do 2 more pack rips for the next 2 people,
Sure.
and then the last 4 we'll send them the pack sealed.
Yeah.
We'll do that. I want to get us some more questions here from the audience, and I know you've got some. We're going to do a little product update. Going to spin this wheel at some point here.
All right, so this is Grandpa's Son cards. And we have Scotty Barnes, LeBron, Kyrie, and a blue ice rookie of Rob Dillingham.
Can't wait till the new stuff comes out. It's going to have Walter Clayton Jr. in it. Everyone's going to be chasing Cooper Flagg.
Shit.
Meanwhile, the real
Ja.
chase is Walter Clayton Jr.
We got a Trey
Can't wait for that.
and a blue ice Jaren Jackson Jr.
That alone is going to cause the price of Topps Chrome Hobby boxes to skyrocket.
I just smile and
The
nod
Walter
now
Clayton
when I
Jr.
hear you excited about
case.
Florida players, Jeff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Florida, eh?
I am. Just bought the most expensive Tim Tebow card in recorded history, according to Fanatics Collect. They were inaccurate with that.
the second most expensive, technically, but
It was probably the second most expensive.
And then we have at Cold Cards for the final
okay.
packs that are being ripped. Alrighty. We got Keyshawn George, Ryan Dunn. Oh, nice. We got a silver of Jared McCain and a blue ice Shaden Sharp. And we got a Yongshi Chui, I think. I've actually never had to say his name. Blue Prism Cade, Jalen Green, and a blue ice Pell Larson.
All right.
They're at Cold Cards.
Cool.
And
Awesome.
then the other 4 we'll send out sealed.
Teapot, I know you want to show off market movers. There's a question in the chat from Michael Rodriguez, and we're going to give Michael a couple of packs for asking this question. Does market movers show what is currently trending in the market? So maybe you could
Indeed, it does.
show that
Yes.
as you do your little market movers tour here.
In fact, I can say this with a lot of confidence, there is no app that does a better job showing you what's trending in the market than Market Movers. And the reason why, if you pull up my screen, Charles, is because we're tracking millions and millions and millions of cards. We're actually tracking those cards every day, in addition to tens of millions of sales comps. So you can just go here and you can comp anything. That's what we were using before, that you can just search across all different marketplaces to see what's sold. But we also track millions and millions and millions of cards. And this movements feature that you see on the left here, and by the way, we have the mobile app, of course, and we have web, very similar, same features on both. This will show you what's moving. And if I wanted to come down here to baseball and I wanted to look at rookie cards only and graded cards only, and then let's say like an average last sale of minimum of $25, and I look over the last 30 days, this will show me. This is what we use when we put together the top 5 every week on the Sports Card Investor channel to see which cards have been going up and down the most. And I can flip to player. This is where I usually start, is on a player, to see which players are going up and down the most. I usually like to put in a certain number of sales, like I'll put in 30 sales in 30 days for a given player just to kind of pare it down. And here's no surprise. Clayton Kershaw announced that he's retiring after this season, and so he's up 27% in the last 30 days.
Look at the Hall of Famers.
I know,
there.
Hall of Famers.
Glavine, Jeter, Koufax,
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Cal
Yeah.
Ripken Jr.
Yeah, Randy Johnson. Ozzy. Yeah, pretty interesting to see those. So this is an absolutely great tool to see what's trending, who's trending, and you can see it over different time frames. I can look at the last 6 months. Roberto Alomar, I guess, is surging. Schwarber obviously having a monster season with the power, and his cards have been pretty cheap in general. Not surprising to see Cal Raleigh, up 62% in the last 6 months. So this is averaging out, and you can see exactly how many sales, the number of sales for each of those players, how many cards. I will say, I'm going to put in a player here. I'm going to uncheck these things, and I'm just going to put in Shohei Ohtani, and I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to clear this, and then I'm going to show you something. So I was looking at, I'm not even going to name, a competitor app yesterday, and that competitor app had a whopping total of 90 Shohei Ohtani cards they were tracking. That's the total number of cards in their database for Shohei Ohtani. We have 3,800 Shohei Ohtani cards that we've tracked that have had a sale in the last year, plus more than that just haven't had sales. So this is a big, big, big difference when you're looking across this. When you see this 21% price change, that's across 3,800 Shohei Ohtani cards that we're tracking, not just a very small subset of the number of cards. So it's a big, big difference. And this is a feature that honestly I think gets a little bit underutilized if you are interested in knowing what's trending. This is like the absolute best way to come in here and just search by different players, sports, and see how they've been performing over different time periods. And obviously the adage goes, buy low, sell high, right? Now if you're interested in trying to help move things in your collection or flip to fund your PC and those types of things, this is a really good tool for that.
There you go. Anything else you want to show off in market movers tonight?
The other thing that I would show off is in collection, and just how easy it is to add a card to your collection. And I promise this is only going to get easier as we work on some of the big things that we've got cooking for the rest of the year. But like you come into collection and you just hit add card, and because we have such a large database, you can search for anything. So if I wanted to come in here and look up Cal Ripken, and then here's I literally just type in his name, click this, and hit add, and now that card's in my collection. that's one of the cards that we track. I'm going to delete that because it's not actually, I don't want that in my collection. But
Oh,
let's
that's a
say
beautiful card. That
Yeah,
one's gone up. Maybe
yeah.
you should have that one in your
maybe
collection.
I should. I always use I always go to Dino Raja as like an example of like a person, whose cards we don't track. So here's his 1993 Topps Finest Refractor Dino Raja, okay? And I click on this. It will actually still recognize a lot of the details. Now, every once in a while, it'll miss like the finest on there, depending on what the set is. This is the portion that's going to get much, much better, because the number one piece of feedback that we've gotten since day one is we want more cards in the database. Well, that's what we're working on very, very actively, is getting every card into our database. And so now I could just click this, and then I can select the price. I could save, like if my query is I just want to save this going forward, I come in here, I hit next, I hit add, and then at any point in the future, if I want to just check the price on this, because it's not tracked daily yet by Market Movers, I just click this and it runs a sales comp check based on whatever I had before. So super easy to use. I was helping a friend add a bunch of his cards to his Market Movers collection recently, and I added in like 50 cards, and it took me like 25 minutes to add 50 cards to his collection, which is honestly not very much. So I really like the collection feature. I think it's very powerful. And then, of course, you could just like completely visualize, a whole bunch of things that you have that you're tracking. So
Cool.
Yep.
Well, that's going to answer a question from Michael Rodriguez. Also, Nat M in the chat said, what product developments are you working on for Market Movers that excite you the most? I assume some of that it goes to just the pure expansion of the
Yes.
database, which
Yeah.
we're rapidly doing
Rapidly
now.
growing it, simplifying the user experience,
Yep.
and just streamlining a lot of those things. And then some other really big stuff that we're really excited about. Maybe we'll tease out a little more next month.
All right, stay tuned. We got some big developments on the way. Let's get a prize, if we could, Parker, for both Nat M and Michael Rodriguez in the chat. Let's get a prize for both of them.
TPott, prize?
Prize number 5.
So that will go to Nat M, number 5.
5. Alrighty. You got a pack with the
Ooh, little
Daniels
Jayden on
rookie.
top.
Jayden rookie.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's for Nat.
Nice.
That is for Nat M. And
Sweet.
then Michael Rodriguez.
And we're doing packer cards.
Oh, we had 2. Oh,
We got
you're
another
giving away
one.
2. Sorry. We can do another one from the pack. Just do number 1.
Number 1. Alrighty.
Ooh,
We got
sick.
you a Johnny Wilson tie-dye.
Nice tie-dye auto.
Look at that.
That's pretty sweet.
Actually, that's actually nice. Johnny Wilson, rookie auto to 25.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
pretty
there you
sweet.
go. Look at that, Michael Rodriguez. You guys get some nice prizes tonight just by asking questions in the chat.
That's
No
right.
purchase necessary, TPott.
Correct.
Just ask a question. You know what I want to do? I want to spin this wheel, and we're going to talk about whatever player it lands on.
Okay.
And we're going to have a little good time to invest, bad time to invest conversation. Let's go.
Okay.
Cooper Flagg. So
Timely.
we're right here on the precipice of the NBA season starting. A lot of people aren't paying much attention to the fact that I think we're only, about a month away? Not even, maybe less than a month away now from the start of the NBA season.
Yeah.
Let's see, start of NBA season date. And the answer to that question would be October 21st. So we are less than 30 days away. 28 days away from the start of the NBA season. Cooper Flagg is going to be one of the big names. Good or bad time to buy Cooper Flagg, TPott?
Let's look and see what his price movements have been doing.
Well, there you
That's
go.
what I always like to
Let's
go to.
look at the data. Let's
look
call
at-
it Market Movers.
Let's not be too nebulous here. I'm going to do Cooper Flagg, and let's just look over the last 90 days. He's down on a lot of cards. The hype is there, and some of these sets came out, and he had cards, and now people are obviously going to be anticipating his rookie cards coming out from Topps and other sets, like you said.
Can you go to the
So-
card level to look at some of the
Yeah,
specific
sure.
ones
Yeah,
here?
yeah. So I like to always just throw on like graded, just because the data is a little more standardized in sales. But yeah, he's got a lot of different cards. This Aqua Wave, seeing a little bit of volatility. It peaked out at $300. Now it's down to $187. So that was 2 months ago that card sold for $300. So what I think is really interesting here is like, what's the staying power of these Bowman Firsts?
Right. Well, that's the big question.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you and I have talked about this to where I really hope that as I hope Topps is actually able to build a little more consistency with the player checklists for these products going forward, because when they put them out and then they don't have the most notable players who showed up. I know you had your share of grievances about Florida not having players in these products and winning the national championship. So getting those checklists beefed up and consistent to the level where hopefully they've been able to do with the prospect system in baseball, Bowman First has a little bit more chance to become like a really exciting card for the future. But as it stands right now, it does better than like Prism Draft ever did in terms of sticking around and having some staying power, but it's still not anywhere near what like the Bowman First baseball cards do.
Yeah, I would agree. It'll be interesting to watch. Generally, you're better off waiting, for the players' pro cards. But I do hope that the first Bowman college cards gain some notoriety over time. Certainly, if Duke had actually won the national championship this past season, that would probably be a card that would be more collectible in the Duke uniform. Unfortunately for them, my Florida Gators were in the tournament.
Unfortunately for them.
Unfortunately for them.
And unfortunately for all of us.
Let's spin again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go with another spin of the big old wheel here. Who is it going to come up on this time? Oh, well, it just went straight back to Cooper Flagg.
Did
it just went straight back to, Jayden Daniels. Wow, that was weird. How that just went and just did that. That was crazy. Jayden Daniels, Teapot, are you a buy, sell, or hold right now on Mr. Jayden Daniels?
Well, anytime I see a rookie quarterback just perform really, really well, I get worried about a sophomore slump.
Sure.
A few years ago, C.J. Stroud had a heck of a season.
Great
and
example.
Then we got to straighten this guy out. There you go. That's better. I was worried about it. His prices were very high, and he was like 2 to 2.5 times higher than even any of the next closest quarterbacks in his respective draft class. He had surged up to the point where he was, more expensive than I think his Prism Silver PSA 10. Well, let's look at this. Let's go back to Market Movers, because I had looked at it before, and outside of like Josh Allen and Lamar, who have like very few silvers, and Mahomes, he was like the next most expensive rookie quarterback. So if I do PSA 10, and then I'm going to do rookie card only, and then I'm going to do Prism, and then I'll just put in here silver, okay? And click on this. And like I said, those cards are very low pop when it comes to the prices, but this is why Josh Allen's is $5,900, because there's only 27 of them.
Wow.
But Mahomes has 975, which still isn't a ton.
Still isn't a lot.
Lamar has 29.
2017 was only silver.
Right. In 2017, they didn't have base rookie cards. So now we have Burrow, who has apparently had risen up to where he was almost 2K, and now he's obviously the injury. Again, unfortunately for everybody in the hobby, especially Bengals fans, he's down to 1,500. Herbert, Jeff, what did I tell you about Justin Herbert?
There you go.
But then here's Jayden Daniels, and that card has come down quite a bit. So he was higher months back when we were looking at this, and I think he was higher here than Herbert and Burrow. So he's come down.
You can see how he peaked, right?
He did.
If you look at that, right when those cards came out was during the playoffs last year, it looks like. When they were, they made it to the championship. I believe they beat, who did they beat in the playoffs? I think the team was from... were they from Michigan, the team they beat in the playoffs?
There's some guys who like to choke.
Somewhere up in that area.
Some guys who like to choke.
This is like an aggressive animal was their mascot, I believe.
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that,
Thanks,
Teapot.
Jeff.
Sorry
for that.
Sorry that happened
Thank
for you.
you.
So what's the conclusion? Are we buying, selling, or holding on Jayden Daniels?
I would be I don't know. I'm not a buy right now. Now, he could turn it on, and then he gets, I think, anytime you have a player like that saw this meteoric rise, everybody in the hobby is collectively holding their breath, just going, just give us a 4-touchdown game, and we'll go crazy and spend a bunch of money on your cards again. I wouldn't be a sell right now. I definitely wouldn't be a sell. He's incredibly talented. He was out. He missed. He had injury this past week and missed, and now he's questionable this coming week. So, I don't know.
What do you guys think of the YouTube chat? Give me YouTube chat. Buy, sell, or hold on Jayden Daniels. Let me know in the YouTube chat.
Yep. People are saying Cousins is going to start now. You like that? Yeah, you like that?
Is that like did some news drop? Is that actually the case? They should not start. They should not start Kirk Cousins. That's not going to be that's not really a thing. Okay, so I'm seeing some sells, some holds. a lot of holds, a few buys, sells, holds, more holds than anything else right now.
Looks like some deals could be done just within the chat.
All right, so people are
sells.
wanting to hold the consensus, not the consensus by any means, but Jayden Daniels is more hold from the YouTube chat. By the way, Jackson Dart's starting. That was just pointed out in the chat by Renrad.
He is. Yeah, it got announced today.
Yeah, it's exciting. All right, let's spin one more time, TPott. One more time here.
Okay.
And then we're going to do some, a little more. We'll do another giveaway right after this. All right, who do we got? Oh, Bo Nix. So from one, second-year quarterback to another second-year quarterback. Now, the Broncos had started sharp, but they were taken down this last weekend by the Chargers in a little comeback victory there by Justin Herbert. But what do you think about Bo Nix?
I was optimistic about Bo Nix in spite of that sophomore slump. Let's see, Denver Broncos. I'm going to pull up their schedule. So they obviously lost this past weekend by 3 to the Chargers, who are playing very well.
It was a good game.
They lost by 1 to the Colts, who are surprising the whole world. Are the surprise of the season by
Danny Dimes.
It's unbelievable. And then they beat the Titans only by 8. So it's kind of a weird season. Like, they could just as easily be 3-0, and Bo Nix's cards might be up. But instead, they're 1-2, and over the last 30 days, Bo Nix is down on his Prism Silver PSA 10, 9.2%.
Yeah.
The
good news for Bo Nix and the Broncos is they get to play the Chiefs twice a year. So that's a couple of dubs for them. Mm-hmm. Couple of dubs.
Yeah, for sure that's been the case in recent years.
Over one of TPott's teams.
So they got the Bengals this week against the backup quarterback.
Yeah,
they better win that.
Yeah, at home too.
Eagles, and then they go Jets, Giants, Cowboys, Texans, Raiders. That stretch looks like 5-0 to me.
5 W.
That looks like a 5-0 stretch. This looks like 6-1 in the next 7 to me for the Broncos.
But then they got the Chiefs and the Commanders back to back.
Chiefs, Commanders, and then
Packers
they go Raiders, Broncos. I think they're a fringe playoff team. They've got the talent to do it. They're going to have to play well when they need it. Their defense is solid. So we'll see. But I do like Bo Nix.
Rob Rittenhouse says easy on the Jets.
Easy on the Jets.
Well, all right, let's do this, T-Pot. I want to do another giveaway. I'm going to take a random question from the audience. I'm going to answer that as you prepare for the next giveaway. Let's shout out in the chat to Built to Roam. He just pulled the trigger and signed up for Market Movers app today.
Sweet. Thank you.
I'm excited to use it at the show this weekend. Thank you, Built to Roam. We appreciate you doing that. Stick around with the show today. Okay, let's see. Let me pull a question here. Scrolling back a little bit, looking for a question from the audience here. And let's see what we got here. It's been a little while. Let's see. Some people asking questions about how often the Market Movers database updates. It updates overnight, every night with the previous day's sales. So all of today's sales will be in there by tomorrow morning, for those of you who asked that question. Renrag, we'll take a question from Renrag. He says, do you guys think NFL Hall of Famer or fantasy superstars weigh more heavily in terms of long-term hold value? That's a good question, Renrag, and I'll tell you why that's a good question. Because the sports card hobby is not one that just favors stats or Hall of Fame status or career accomplishments. It is also one that values sizzle and hype and spotlight moments, right? And you have to be an exciting player with spotlight moments in order to really have your cards be sought after for many years. You could be a boring player like Tim Duncan in basketball, who has put up incredible stats and has a lot of rings, but he's kind of perceived as a boring player with not a lot of highlight moments, and his cards aren't nearly as sought after as the point guard who drained a lot of threes or the player who made a lot of monster dunks from the free throw line or whoever that may be, right? Like, so you see some of that difference in players. So, the The fantasy superstars are interesting because if they're that means they're probably having some off the charts games. They're probably having some really big moments. Hall of Famers generally tend to be like, oh yeah, that's your safe investment vehicle, but not all Hall of Famers are created equally. And there's plenty of Hall of Famers that just don't have as much, they don't get the love they should in the sports card hobby because of the fact that people just don't have the highlight moments in their head that they remember of those people. Whereas with the fantasy superstars, sometimes they have those highlight moments in their head. What do you think, TPott? When you're assessing kind of an investment card, where are you on the spectrum of like solid player Hall of Fame versus maybe not a Hall of Famer, but had some real big highlight moments that everybody remembers?
What fuels current prices is hype and short-term movements. What fuels long-term sustainability in many cases is nostalgia. Mm-hmm. I think there's an opportunity. I like this dichotomy of like fantasy versus Hall of Fame. I would narrow the scope just to talk football because that's the only sport where fantasy sports really come into play, where people get super into it. I play fantasy, baseball. I've done basketball. I've done hockey. I've done all kinds of things. But football, when you think fantasy sports, is what we think of. There's been movement on players who were all-time fantasy GOATs, which traditionally has been running backs, like over the different years. So for example, I have a pretty good collection of Priest Holmes. And I'm a Chiefs fan. Priest Holmes got me into being a Chiefs fan. And I also have a bunch of Larry Johnson and Jamal Charles cards. I think if you go back over the fantasy eras, you think about players like Sean Alexander, Arian Foster, Chris Johnson, and so many others who were, Maurice Jones-Drew and Muscle Hamster from, Doug Martin. And just like you can start getting into these guys who were like the top one or two fantasy running backs. Adrian Peterson, of course. They have some nostalgia factor to where not all of their cards are going to, that doesn't mean they're all going to be super sought after, but like their best rookie cards kind of get a boost. And then other iconic things like Topps Chrome Gold Refractors, Prism Golds, Select Golds, things like that. Those have actually been seeing quite a bit of movement. And some people are realizing that it's really fun to build like a strong super player PC to go after single players like some of those guys that I mentioned, or to be, like Le'Veon Bell, or some people, even, I know the head trauma issues are there, but like Antonio Brown was a beast. Like going after some of those really talented players, they don't always stack up against the true GOATs from a Hall of Fame perspective, but you can just as easily find Hall of Fame caliber players like, Reggie Wayne, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, who stacked up the stats year over year, but they're just not remembered like the same way as those guys who had, 350 fantasy points for 3 seasons in a row. So it's an interesting question. The nostalgia piece, I think, just is very important for long-term sustainability.
Yeah, some good thoughts. I think you got great thoughts on that. Let's give a prize to Renrag for that question in the chat there. We could, Parker.
Good packs. Oh, well.
Yeah, just do a couple packs.
Select packs?
Select packs.
Okay, yeah. Cool. All righty. Yeah, I usually try and collect at least like one auto of guys who like really help me out with my fantasy team.
Yep.
I like it's like how I like remembering them. Kyrie, Jamal Shed, Youngshi, that guy.
Youngshi, that guy.
And a blue ice of Ron Holland.
Cool. Yeah, I have a friend who has like kind of a rule that anytime he wins a fantasy league, he buys one card of everybody that was on his roster.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun way to do it.
That's kind of what I do. Joel, ooh, that's kind of cool.
It's a green.
Hot Stars of Luka. It's not one of those green out of 5s.
That's a tie-dye.
Oh, we got a tie-dye to 25.
Oh, yeah, tie-dye of
Harden.
Harden.
Look at that.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, I mean, these mega boxes, Jeff, this is what I'm talking about.
Well, these are one of the, I think these are maybe the hobby mega boxes, so to speak.
No, it's just a mega box.
Just normal
just
mega
with
box?
the ice parallels.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like when you're pulling, doing select, like this is one of the products I go to if my boys want to rip, we want to do like a basketball rip together, because I really like the ice parallels. They look nice. And you can get,
you got a James Harden at 25.
Yeah.
He's not up there with your favorite players in the NBA, right?
You know what?
You got Embiid, Harden, and LeBron.
I never hated Harden as much as other people. He's a certified bucket over the years, so.
I figured you were an anti Harden guy. Yeah. So all right, hey. By the way, a couple of people have asked questions tonight in the chat about grading, and including, we got a question just a minute ago from McAtee about for first-time graders, how do you know about the dollar cutoff? Like what cards are worth grading? Great timing for those questions, because tomorrow morning on the Jeff Wilson Show YouTube channel, I'm doing a whole video that explains how to determine if it is worth grading a card or not. So watch that video tomorrow morning. It is on the Jeff Wilson Show channel. That is a different channel. And your questions, hopefully, there will be answered. TPott, we had a question here from Built to Rome. Will market movers ever have raw card picture search functions? Right now, you can only scan graded cards in market movers with your camera.
We're working on it right now.
Ooh.
I don't have a timeline. I'm not going to make any promises on timeline, but we are, yes, that's one of our big things. There's two things people ask for, Jeff. Bigger card database and raw scanning.
Yep.
Those are the two things. That was what we heard from pretty much everybody at the booth at the National, or my team heard, I should say. And we've got, the wheels are in motion for some really, really big upgrades to the app. So we're working on it.
All right, let's give something for Built to Rome. Why don't we open up two more of the select packs?
Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's right. Let's do two more select packs for Built to Rome. It's built to R. It is ROAM. Rome. ROAM.
That's what I wrote down. Already Built to Rome.
And then I've got the list ready to go for the random giveaway.
Great. We're going to do the giveaway winner here right after this.
Alrighty, Markkanen, Bub Carrington rookie, a silver Tyrese Maxey, and a blue ice Dylan Jones. Got a Zion, Devin Carter rookie. Got a multicolor Manuel Quickly, and nice blue ice of Ant-Man.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
Nice little Ant-Man there.
There you go.
Very nice. All right, guys, we're going to go to TPott. We got another giveaway tonight. You want to do another 8 packs?
Let's see. How many packs do we have left of that, and how many of the team bag packs do we have left?
Just
Parker?
opened a new box,
Okay.
so we would have about 18 packs left.
18 packs left, and then how many of the other ones do we have?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Okay.
11, including the case and
All right, cool. Yeah, let's do another 8 this time. Then we'll do 2 packs each for this,
Yep.
and then that'll leave us a few more packs for the rest of the questions, and we'll pull a few more, and then the final giveaway we'll do whatever's left from there. I think we should have about 8 left.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Let's do it. All right, so top 8.
Okay.
This is from our Market Movers entry form here.
Here we go. We're going to do 3 times randomized. 1, 2, and 3. All right. We got Acme Collecting. Lucky Lou back in it.
Lucky Lou.
Yes,
I told you he was lucky tonight.
Yes, you can win multiple times. So we got Acme Collecting, who also had a question, I believe, right? Lucky Lou, Heath Gist, Pesky, Alejandro G, Manuel Paz y Puente, Venom Spida, and Perezne 926.
There you go. So each of those people are getting 2 packs of the Select Basketball?
Yep. So, yep.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, congratulations to all of our winners tonight. And guys, if your name was called, our product manager, Dan, is putting the link to the prize winner form in the YouTube chat so you guys can fill that out so we know where to send your prize to. So thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight and entering all of our giveaways. Jim and Son said he was only 4 spots away. That's a tough one there.
Next time.
Being so close yet so far.
All right.
You know what I'm going to do, TPott?
You're going to go out in the aisle.
I am going to go out in the aisle. Do you have the signal here up, Charles? The camera
it turned off.
It turned off here.
I don't know.
Hopefully it didn't die.
All right, give me a second.
See if we got the camera back on here so I can go out in the aisle. Show everybody what's going on in this room here. By the way, guys, we're about 44 minutes away from tonight's trivia game. And even if you are not a sports card trivia aficionado, you will still want to enter in tonight's trivia game because we always give a prize to one random person. But if you are a sports card aficionado, you especially want to enter trivia tonight because first place in tonight's trivia game is getting a $100 CardsHQ gift card that can be spent on any of the cards or boxes in the store and on our website, CardsHQ.com. So even if you can't make it to Atlanta, just go on CardsHQ.com, order whatever you want. for $100 for tonight's first place finisher in trivia. Second place gets $50. Third place gets $25. And one other random participant tonight also gets $25 to spend at CardsHQ. That is just for our Market Movers members coming up here in about 45 minutes. By the way, if you are not a Market Movers member, there's still time. And we have a promo code for you tonight. It is promo code LIVE. That gets you 14 days free. So you can actually join right now, play in the trivia, have some fun, completely for free. All you do is go to sportscardinvestor.com, click Market Movers in the main menu bar, and when you sign up for Market Movers, use that promo code LIVE for 14 days free of Market Movers.
Okay.
All right, we're getting our camera going. Let's get one more question. We're gonna get one more question from the chat here while we get the camera going.
You want to shift over to our sponsor for tonight? What do you think of that?
Oh,
let's just do that.
We
now.
got a little,
Before
we got a
we
little
jump out of
something for
sequence.
tonight for everybody. We got a little something here. Let's go. Let's do that.
Yeah. So actually, let me go back. Hold on one second here. Oops. All right. So we've done this in the past months, and Courtyard.io.
Yes.
They have these digital vending machines, and you can rip these different packs. A lot of different price points. $25 all the way up to $1,000 to rip these packs, and they just launched their Sport Legend pack. It's actually a $2,500 pack with bangers, high-end chase cards, a lot of heavy hitters, and it's the same as all the other machines. So you can actually see the odds. There's a 90% instant buyback on anything that you hit. And if people want to use the code MarketMovers15, it will get them 15% off one of those packs or any of the packs.
That's a pretty good deal.
So,
because I will tell you that a lot of times, like the Courtyard especially, I've seen a lot of good cards pulled. I've seen a lot of cards that are fairly close to the pack value pulled.
Yep.
I've done it myself a few times and have gotten cards that are real close to the pack value.
Yep.
So if you get 15% off the pack value,
Yep.
you're going to end up on the right side of that equation sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know how often. You can go look at the odds yourself and figure it out.
The odds are on my screen. I don't know, Charles, if you can share that. I know you're trying to multitask over there with the camera, but here's the odds. So 47% of the time, this is the range, 1250 to 1875. So there's, you're taking a risk, but there's pretty big upside. $10,000 to $20,000 is the peak at 0.9%. 23% right in the, kind of closer to the vat. So it's parabolic, it looks like, right? So you have 23% here, 23% here. People are chasing these big, what they call their heavy hitters. So this is the Sports Legend pack.
And if you get 15% off, so let me do the math in my head, that'd be $375 off that Sport Legend pack. So you would knock that thing down to about $21.25. So that actually, that looks kind of nice.
This is a card I would love.
Oh, that's in the pack?
Have. That is in the pack. Josh Allen these stained glass gold mojos out of 2018 are among my favorite cards from the entire Panini era.
Yeah, those are nice.
How about an SGC5 mantle or a Willie Mays rookie card? Can't really go wrong there. Here's a Ty Cobb, Jackie PSA 3. So there's some big heavy hitters in here that you can hit.
Ooh, they got a Star Jordan in there. Look at that.
They got a regular Jordan. They got a Star 101
there.
Jordan. They've got Lamine Yamal, who's been incredibly hot. So a lot of cool cards in here, and they actually have asked us to go ahead and rip one of these.
Oh, we're gonna rip one right now?
We're gonna rip one. This is a $2,500 Sports Legend pack. And we are going to be giving away this card on a future Market Movers video or stream.
What?
So we wanted to show it off tonight, and then this card is going to be given away. Whatever we get here is going to be given away. So I'm going to hit this right now.
This is going to be a massive giveaway.
We're going to get this from our wallet. They credited my wallet. And then we're going to wait for the studio Wi-Fi to support this initiative.
Wow. This is going to be, it's got to take a second to think about a $2,500 pack. Oh my gosh. What's the value? I can't believe we're going to give this card away.
Yeah,
what is about to happen here?
This is a big giveaway.
This is a big giveaway.
So
what happens if you, oh my gosh. All right,
get ready,
biggest
everybody. Giveaway?
We're going to give this one away.
This is big.
This is it, a $2,500 pack.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yes.
Ant-Man. Oh, look at the price.
Dude.
Look at the price.
What?
That's the price.
What?
Of this card. $44.82.90 is what they could instantly. So that was a big hit.
That's a huge hit.
That's a big hit.
That's a huge hit.
This whole thing,
Holy cow.
That's insane. So at some I got it redirected. But at some point we're gonna give that card away on a Market Movers video. Here we
Wow,
go.
that is
So we'll get
that
the
is going to be a
reveal
big video. That wow. Okay, so there you go, guys. We just hit a crazy card. There it is, right
Monster
there
giveaway.
on Courtyard.io. The 2020 Panini Contenders Anthony Edwards autograph playoff tickets, PSA 10. Look at that. A card that is about $5,000 in value. They'd buy it back right now for about $4,400.
That's crazy.
Guys, if you want to rip your own packs on Courtyard.io, what's that promo code again? I'm going to rip
Market
one tonight.
Movers 15.
Market Movers
15 for 15% off.
There you go.
And when we give this away, we're going to be asking people to let us know their Courtyard account usernames. So
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Market Movers 15
Banger.
is your promo code for 15% off a promo pack on Courtyard.io. That's pretty crazy. A lot of people in the chat want that card. A lot of people in the chat want it, TPott.
I want it too.
Maybe you can make one of these people's days in the chat right here.
That'd be pretty nice. So it sounds like the camera's not working.
Oh, that camera died.
So what we can do is what we did last month, and we can look at CardsHQ's website.
Oh,
what do you
okay.
think about that? I've
There
got
you
it up.
go. Okay.
So you can see it here.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you, let's look at football. So I'm on CardsHQ's website, and let's just kind of scroll through here and see. Does anything, we're 3 weeks into the season.
Okay.
Now, right? This is about when football prices start to kind of chill out,
Yeah.
like the preseason hype.
Yep.
And
a
there's
lot
this
of them
period
a
where
lot of them will start to drop.
we'll see like the backup quarterbacks who
Yep.
come in, the running backs that come out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like receivers that flew under the radar and kind of get hot, like those types of things,
And
right?
Buka.
Like Trey Tucker had a huge game this last weekend. I'm sure his cards have gone up. So I'm going to just scroll through here, and you stop me if anything.
Well, here, go to
jumps
the
out.
actual football page. So go to
Okay,
sports
so I'll go
and go down to
sports,
football cards.
Football cards, okay.
And let's take a peek here.
Yep.
We're going to scroll down.
Yep, you just tell me if anything jumps out at
All
you.
right, let
in
me see
terms
this
of
row. We got a little
cards.
Kelsey, we
That's
got
a cool looking
Stroud, we
card.
got Nix. Okay, I'm passing on this row.
Yep.
What do we got here? We got
Bowers,
Russell
Caleb.
Wilson. Well,
He just
not
got
so
benched.
much anymore. Brock Bowers, Caleb Williams, Bijan Robinson. Okay, how do you feel about Caleb right now, TPott?
Well, I mean, he had a big game
We'll see.
against that terrible Dallas defense.
He did.
So-
We'll see. I'm not. Caleb, I think is still perhaps worth taking a chance on, but I could see them improving as the season goes on, particularly under Brad Johnson as their coach. Man, Derrick Henry, little fumbleitis there.
Yeah, he's got the itis.
Well, that draft picks Herbert card is a cool one. I mean, Herbert's already been ticking up, so you're a little bit late on Herbert, but I still would like to pick up a little Herbert. I don't know if that's the one. Let's keep going, but that's one that I would definitely consider.
There's a few Jaydens.
I like that Deion Sanders auto. That's kind of nice on his
Yep.
1989 rookie there. I mean, obviously that's not not kind of an in-season type thing, but that's a pretty cool one.
Yep.
All right, so we got some
This is
Jayden.
sick.
Oh, look at that Adrian Peterson.
I love that.
From Decca. Interesting, a Mojo.
That's sweet.
You got the Caleb William laser. Okay, let's keep going down.
Yep.
Let's see who else we got here. Little Justin Fields. That was an exciting card after week 1. It really was. Maybe it'll be exciting again. He got a little injury.
No, it won't be.
Oh, we got some cool cards on this row.
Yeah, this is a cool row.
Yeah, I'm not as excited about the Malik Neighbors as I am the Michael Vick, the Randy Moss, and the Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Look at those 3. Those are some cards right there. Wow, that Vick is a flawless 1-1. That's pretty neat.
That's a big boy.
You know why
Yeah.
Herbert's worth investing in right now? Because the Chargers actually invested in their O-line.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is coming from a Texans fan who I
Yes.
get to see C.J. Stroud and all of his talent get just slaughtered every Sunday.
Correct.
And we see that with Burrow.
Yeah.
No O-line. You're not going to...
All right, if you want to go college, Carson Beck, Miami's undefeated, unfortunately for my Florida Gators.
And my Notre Dame Irish.
That Carson Beck may not be a bad investment with Miami looking poised to likely win the ACC, probably make it into the college football playoff.
Yeah, normally I would say like in the Georgia, uni, maybe not, but it's his first. This is back to that
It's his
conversation
first,
about his
and that's
first.
the gold, the autograph gold, PSA 10.
Would a
You
Miami
got multiple
collector
fan
want that?
bases that might be interested in that card.
Yep.
All right, we got Fields, Jefferson, Namath, Burrow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Jefferson's kinda cool.
Interesting. There's a couple of Kelseys
Couple
there.
Kelsey downtowns.
Nice Hurts. I mean, I don't know. That maybe Hurts is still so disrespected. He hasn't put up the numbers this year. He only
3 passing touchdowns this last game.
He did, but the game before he had like 100 passing yards or something. But he doesn't need to
Just
do it.
rushes and
the
scores
Eagles
touchdowns.
are just good.
Yeah.
The Eagles are a good, solid team until
Yeah.
somebody beats the Eagles.
Yeah.
Give me some of these Jalen Hurts
Here you
cards.
go. You got to talk about this guy.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall.
Talk about this guy.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall. He's
like the
future
number
in
one
San
receiver
Francisco.
now.
He is. He's great. He was great in college. He's now doing great for San Francisco. I love Pearsall. Pearsall's that's the White Knight Prism too. That's what are those number 2? Those are low.
I think it's
numbers.
at 3.
Is that a 3?
Yeah.
Is that number 3? Teapot?
It is
believe
number
so,
3.
yeah.
One of
Oh
3.
my gosh.
Yep.
I gotta go get that. Where's that? I gotta get that. I didn't know we had that in the store.
Somebody buy that and send
Well,
it to
I didn't know we had
Verswap
that in
to
the
trade it to
store.
Jeff.
I gotta go get that one right now. Get that one off
sell it
the
to
get
Jeff
that
in
one
the
off the
chat.
website.
Exactly. Sell it to Jeff.
Take that one off the website.
Take it down.
All right, let me pick out
Kinda
one
cool.
more. I'll
I
pick
like
out
that
one more.
actually.
Yeah, it's a nice looking. Oh, Bo Nix Gold. Yeah, that's solid. All right, keep going, keep going. No, wow, we got a lot of high end stuff on here. Wow, we got another Bo Nix Gold. A lot of high end football.
That's cool.
A lot of really high end football. Goodness. You know what? I'm going to go with that Micah Parsons.
This
I
is
like.
sick too. Gates 1 of 1.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Go back to the last row. Give me that Micah Parsons on the right.
Okay.
I'll take that one. I'll take that one. I think the Green Bay is a real contender this year. I don't know what happened this last weekend against the Browns, but they'll get that fixed. I think they're a real contender this year, and I think the Micah Parsons story is going to be a good story as he helps Green Bay traverse through the playoffs, and they just like to clown on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And so I think people are going to want this card for that reason alone. So give me that Micah Parsons card as well.
Before we jump back into the questions, can
Yes.
we just take a brief moment to grieve?
Did they lose?
They lost. They lost, Jeff. Can I show you something really depressing? We're gonna
That's
pull my
sad.
screen back up, Charles.
Okay.
Okay. This is which MLB team has the worst record since August 24th, and the Tigers have only won 1 more game than the Rockies. Okay. Now, what happens if I type in who has the best record? StatMuse, by the way, this site. The Guardians.
The Braves have been pretty good the last
This
few
season
games.
is the exact opposite of last year.
Yeah.
Last year, the Tigers were 0.02% to make the playoffs on August 8th, and they went on the most improbable run ever and made it. And this year, they were literally 99.99%, according to all the analytics, to make it. They were like 75% to have a first-round bye, and they are probably going to miss I think they're going to miss the playoffs. And then Scooble's going to go to a different team, and Teapot's going to be a sad Tigers fan for many more years to come. But that's it.
That's a very sad story.
It is. Being a Detroit sports fan is a sad story, Jeff.
That's
a sad story. Yeah.
Not a good story.
Yeah, we can't have nice things.
You can't have nice things. Not a good story. All right. That's we need
Joseph Brooks.
We need a question from the chat.
He's
to
a
cheer us
Tigers
up.
fan and he feels it's over. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to send him a consolation pack.
That's some rough stuff.
So brutal.
That is some rough
Keep
stuff.
smiling. All right.
Okay, let's grab another question from the chat here. Steve Strickland wants to know. He said he just purchased the first Sports Illustrated magazine with Hulk Hogan. Can you explain what the magazine grading process is with PSA? Well, they're doing it right now, Steve. If it's not autographed, they're doing it right now. I don't think they've opened up yet for autographed magazine submissions. They're going to be doing that. I think in probably about the next month or so. But if you want to learn all about it, we actually did a video at the National where I interviewed the head of magazine grading for PSA. So that video came out on the Sports Card Investor YouTube channel in early August. So if you go back about 45 days ago, you'll find a video that's all about magazine grading at PSA. It talks about how they do it, the whole process. Go watch that video. We'll answer all of your questions. That one was from Steve Strickland. Let's get him a couple of packs there, Parker.
Alrighty, last 2.
Okay.
We got Cam Thomas, Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and a blue ice of Tristan Da Silva. Amen Thompson, Ant-Man, Sabonis, and a blue ice of Michael Porter Jr.
Cool. Very nice. Joseph Stevens asks, we were just talking about Micah Parsons. Joseph Stevens wants to know, is it actually a good idea to pick up some high-end Micah Parsons? High-end football seems to be QB heavy instead of defensive players. How would you advise Joshua Stevens?
I'm really careful with like positional players while they're still playing, like very careful with them. I would much rather go maybe try to find like Aaron Donald cards, who retired and was one of the most dominant defensive players, or, pick any Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, like some of those guys, just in terms of like overall investment potential, I think on some of their cards. I worry about the hype that's been around Micah Parsons this year and the trade and everything. And it's pretty rare, I feel like, that a guy goes from what at least used to be the most popular team in America to the second most popular team in the America, like Parsons did. So I don't know. I'd be careful. I just worry about like injuries and like the peak. And he's been dominant. And if he goes downhill or he gets hurt, Nick Bosa's out for the season. He's done, right? Like he's a dominant force too. You could say the same thing like, oh, should I buy TJ Watt cards right now? And then he gets hurt. Football injuries are just really tough, and typically they're like really extended time frames when they happen. So I'm careful about that, and I don't. I think that's one of the reasons why football cards in particular kind of dip during the season too. Maybe is people just go, I got to be like really careful now. I don't want to see this guy get hurt, and then
Sure. Well, you see examples of it every year.
Yeah.
We just saw it with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
So it's tough. Like people, I think that's good advice though. A lot of players get injured.
Yeah.
All right, Joshua Stevens. Let's get him. Let's get him a prize out of that box.
So how many of those do we have left, Parker? We have. Is it 11? 10 plus.
11 including the case of
Okay, so let's do 3 more of these from the questions.
Okay.
And then you got the camera working if you still want to go back out there.
Okay.
I think we have a little time for that.
We'll do a little tour.
Pick a random one for.
Yeah, pick a random one. Sure. There you go.
Cool. We
All
got
right.
you one with a Jokic Blue Wave, I believe, out of 75.
Sweet. That's a cool
Nice.
card.
There you go. That's for Joshua Stevens.
Nice.
All right.
Yep.
Let's take another question from the chat, guys. If you have questions you want us to answer, put them in the chat. We'll answer a few more questions here.
YCat had a question.
Okay.
Here. What's better, pick up current hot players' newer cards or their older cards? I would think rookies are always the best. Example, Daniel Jones. Yeah, I mean, in general, rookie cards are the best cards to go after, just broadly speaking. You can start to get into scenarios where people get really into noteworthy cards of Shohei Ohtani with the Dodgers, right? He made the move. He never won Jack Diddley with the Angels, 50-50 in a World Series with the Dodgers. Doesn't get much better than that. So that people are kind of excited about those. Sometimes people talk about like first year with certain team, and we talked about this last month too, LeBron's first Lakers cards and whatever. I don't think those generally have a lot of staying power. But if you take a guy like Ohtani, who's going to be with the Dodgers presumably for the rest of his career, I think that's what people will lean into. So I would actually go Ohtani rookies, the most notable ones, which are very expensive now, Topps, Bowman Chrome, Topps Chrome, that type of stuff. And then I'd start looking at like Dodgers, notable Dodgers stuff, right? But if you're just looking for like liquidity, stability, the problem is so many guys have so many cards these days. Not only do you need to laser in on their rookie cards, but you need to go to specific sets that are viewed as like the investment sets, the iconic flagship sets. So that's how I would narrow your scope. If it's for collecting and you want to do that, there's so many cool things that don't have the iconic cachet. I collect a lot of like off the beaten path stuff just for my personal collection that I think is really cool and looks neat on the wall and is very artistic or good photography. Top Stadium Club's a set that I love, but sticking to rookies or Bowman prospects in the case of baseball is like the best thing to do.
Yeah, generally so. Obviously, there's some inserts, that are, especially if you go back like to the 90s, a lot of those 90s inserts are super sought after. Maybe today the Kabooms might have some staying power, some of those types of things. But as a general rule of thumb, the older rookie cards I think is correct. So let's give YY Cat one of our prizes over there, Parker.
Alrighty. We'll grab another random one. YY Cat, you get a Greg Zerline patch auto.
There you go.
Just who I'm sure you were
There you
hoping
go.
for.
Hey, it's a patch auto.
Yeah.
And
What if
it's
it-
serial numbered, I think.
Yeah, it's the
I
purple.
believe at a 49.
Yeah,
49,
that might
I
be
think, right?
49.
Yeah.
All right, Greg Zerline for YY Cat.
I'm sure all of us have had him on our fantasy team at some point.
Of
Probably.
course, of course. Okay, let's do one more question from the chat, Teapot.
Okay.
Might spin that wheel one more time. Then I'm going to go out there in the store for a second here. Let's see if we can get one. Let's get a good one from the chat here. Let me take a little peek here. I like Wisconsin Collectibles question. 1952 Topps was reportedly dumped in the ocean. Cases of 1986 Fleer basketball went unsold for ages. Will any less desired sets of modern day ever become hugely popular in the future? What a good question. Got to think about that one a little bit.
It's definitely Nick, who usually is in this chair. It's definitely his 2022 Topps Chrome hockey stickers.
Topps Chrome hockey stickers.
He
Don't sleep on those hockey stickers. Shout out.
I had
Nick.
to throw that in.
Well, let me throw one more into the mix
Sure,
there,
sure,
too,
sure,
Jeff,
sure,
as like
sure,
an
sure.
example. Fleer Metal, Skybox Metal was the same way. It was not a super sought after, highly thought of product in the 90s. It was like $1 a pack. It was like a kid's product. I loved metal in 1996, 97, 98. That was my absolute favorite product, but it wasn't like a high-end product. And now it has what most consider to be the most iconic parallels of the 90s, maybe of all time in precious metal gems. So that's worth noting too. That's what I would almost think of nobody's throwing packs of stuff into the ocean now, with this new stuff, but what is, maybe slept on today. I have one, that I think may come into the mix, but what do you think?
So I was going to actually, and it's a little late for this now, but you could have what would have definitely qualified for this 5 years ago would have been certain soccer products. I mean, you could still buy boxes of 2004 Panini Mega Cracks.
Yeah.
Now I assume with the Messi selling for 1.5 million recently, a sealed box of 2004 Panini Mega Cracks will set you back probably $1 zillion. But you could have bought those boxes affordably, 7 or 8 years ago. They were affordable. That was a product that would have fit this exact description. It was a modern product that was completely overlooked and not very valuable and available in quantity going back even 10 years ago. And you could have gone 2003 for Ronaldo rookies. You could have gone 2004 for Messi rookies. Obviously, that window has now passed, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Soccer is an interesting one to think about because I think of the global rise. The 2014 Prism World Cup product already has that kind of cachet to it because it was the first Prism World Cup product. 2016 Select Soccer is a product that I own a good bit of. I started buying cases of 2016 Select Soccer a few years ago probably about 4 years ago now, when 2014 Prism World Cup blew up in popularity. I'm like, well, what's the next modern set after that? Well, it's 2016 Select. Was the first year of Select. So I bought a bunch of cases of that. Actually, it'd be interesting to look at market movers if we could call that up on the screen. I'd like to see if you call up a hobby box of 2016 Select Soccer in market movers, if we're tracking that one.
I'm sure we are.
I'd be interested to see what the trajectory of, this is the box that I own a bunch of. I don't think that's moved a whole lot. Yeah, you see, that's pretty
This is
flat.
one of my favorite products of all time.
Yeah,
Of
go
anything.
to all data.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's not. I've made no money off of this.
No.
I've made no money off
Yeah.
of this.
You're a terrible investor.
This is a bad investment. Look, it's completely flat. It's completely flat. Over several years. I mean, that's going all the way back to, what's the first dot on there?
You if you rip these two, you get way better value out of this for $500 than you do a lot of new stuff for $500. You get way more out of this. you hit a gold Messi or something out of this, and you're going to be sitting really pretty. Christian Pulisic rookies are in here. It's a good product.
I'm surprised that thing has stayed as flat as it has. What's the first date back on this graph here? What's the
2020?
2020. Yeah. So that product has not moved up in value hardly at all over the course of 5 years. I'm curious. Look up 2014 Prism World Cup. Let's look at that one over the same time period. Well, that one's actually come down. Look at that. Because of the that one got incredibly popular back in 2020. Starting to tick back up though now. You got the World Cup anticipation coming forward. You got the really big high Messi sales. I'm actually surprised that neither of these products have moved up more over the course of the last 6 months as the overall soccer market has surged, and particularly the older stuff with soccer, but you're seeing a lot of that type of stuff surging. So
now, $5,000 is nothing to slouch at.
It is not.
The other one was $500. This one's $5,000, but this is a very important, iconic set for soccer. One of the most iconic soccer products of all time, maybe the most overall, just in terms of what it stands for. So, yeah, it's a big price point.
There you go.
I was going to point out 2016 Optic, which really doesn't get a lot of love. It's the first year of Optic. Just never caught on in the same way, but some big sales. This Steph Superfractor was a pretty big sale. By the way, buff the case. Like, get some Scratch X, and McGuire's and make that case not look like the player is scratched apart. It's not hard to do. If you're going to sell that card, I would have done that. But some of these cards, like I said, they've sold for a decent amount. Steph, we know, and LeBron are very popular. That draft class, hasn't exactly taken off. You got Jaylen Brown, and I think that's about it. But yeah. So what do you think? You want to go?
I'll tell you another answer to this question. I'll tell you what I made a lot of money on, thanks to our friend Parker sitting over there. Parker told me back in 2020.
UFC.
He said start buying UFC. UFC boxes were worth hardly anything back then. I started buying 2017 Topps Chrome UFC, 2018 UFC. A lot of that stuff kind of went berserk. It's not. A lot of it's come back down. Thankfully, I actually sold a good bit of it. I still have a little bit of it. It's come back down a decent amount, but there was a spike period there where that stuff got real hot. Yeah. Probably about 6 months or a year after Parker made the prediction that it was going to get real hot. The stuff started to spike up.
Yeah, I really missed on Formula One though, which is what I'm into most nowadays. And I remember in 2020 when I was the only person I knew that was into it. And I'm like, oh, these Chrome boxes coming out for $200. No one's gonna want this except me. And now they're like, what, $5, $6, $7 grand?
Yep. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's wild.
All right. My product I was going to say is Court Kings.
Okay.
It flies under the radar. Okay. There's a cult following for it. It's my favorite Panini product. I think it's awesome, and it has really good looking case hits that are way lower in population and print run than all the newer stuff in downtowns. And there's just not a ton of it out there. Blank slates, Auroras. There's not a lot of them, and they look really amazing. Really amazing, and I think 20 years from now, it might not surprise me if all of a sudden people are like, the most iconic kabooms have gone crazy or will hold their value, and people go, oh, wait a minute, these things are really rare. They may not catch up, but the gap might close, significantly on them, like we've seen with platinum medallions and Flair legacies and other things from the 90s over the last couple of years. So
okay.
We'll see.
There's Teapot's prediction. What predictions do you guys have? Let me check the chat here.
You going to go back out there, or are you going to stay here? We got a little time if you want to go back out on the floor.
What time is it? How about I'm looking in the chat real quick here to see what about Bo Jackson Battle Arena, says Michael Rodriguez. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that really catches on. That game would really need to catch on for that to do that type of thing, but maybe it could.
And real quick,
what happened to your select football stash and investment storage, said Wasted Talent? I sold off most of it at this point. Still have a little bit of it, but I sold out most of it. Yeah, all right. We'll see if anyone else has any other suggestions. Maybe a tennis set.
Parker's got to show the prize for whoever.
Yeah,
real
that's
quick,
Wisconsin
before we
collectibles.
forget, Wisconsin collectibles.
All right, here we go. What do we?
Oh,
a Drake May.
Color match.
Boom.
To $199. I think. I'm pretty sure those are numbered.
Yes.
It
they
is
are.
numbered. I know that. I'm pretty sure it's to 199.
You might
There you
be
go,
right.
Wisconsin Collectibles.
Yeah. Get that out of the way.
And how many? So how many of those? Do we have 9 left? I think we have 9.
7, 8 total.
Oh, 8. All right, good. We're done with those, and we'll save those for the giveaway.
Okay.
Curling cards are on fire, says Dub Profit.
Curling cards.
Curling cards. I heard that actually from somebody else. That,
Like-
well, actually not curling. I'm thinking of cricket.
pickleball?
I didn't know. Are there curling
Pickleball?
cards?
Curling cards.
Someone told me that cricket cards are on fire. There's not many cricket cards, but somebody told me
People have been
cricket
talking
cards are
about
on fire.
I'm not finding any curling cards. That must mean cricket.
Are there curling cards? I think Dub's probably being funny. You know what? There are curling cards because
Well, there's a John Schuster Olympics foil fractor that said 160. So hashtag invest. You know. There
What
you
is
go.
this?
That's the goat.
That's the
be-
go to curling.
He's got the broom. He's the curling goat.
Is that the
must be.
curling goat?
Yep. Yep. He's the goat of curling.
There may
I
be,
don't see
there may
any
be a moment of
curling.
time when I will remind you that Messi's Mega Cracks rookie wasn't any more expensive than that if you rewind 10 years ago.
Check this out. There's an entire product. Ice hot. Ice hot?
Ice.
Collector's set Ice Hot International Premium Curling Trading Cards for the low price of $70.82, Jeff.
Now that is the product that everybody is sleeping
How
on
about
right
the
there.
cricket cards?
We have a
Buy low.
definitive answer to the question that Wisconsin Collectibles proposed.
Yep.
It has been definitively
Yep.
answered. It is that curling set.
Your next run of cards or cash out on the streets.
Just curling cards.
Is it-
Absolutely. Jeremy Taylor in the YouTube chat says that curling gives him the hope that he can still be an Olympian. I'm with you, Jeremy.
There you go.
Not
I am with
breakdancing.
you.
It's actually a lot harder than you'd think.
There you go.
It's really hard.
There you go. Okay. Let's do, I think we can do one more giveaway.
I don't have any more things to give away.
I thought we had stuff
We have-
for one.
we
I
have
thought you were
8.
going to do one more giveaway.
We're gonna do 8
All right,
in
we're
the
not going to do
final
any,
random.
we don't want, you want to do another question. You want to do one more giveaway with 8 spots?
We're gonna that's what you're saying. The third.
You want to do another giveaway?
Yes.
All right, let's spin the wheel. Then we're going to do your third giveaway. Then we're going to do trivia.
All right.
All right?
Yes.
We got a plan.
Got it.
Here we go. We're going to do one more big spin of the wheel for a buy, sell, or hold teapot. Oh, Caitlin Clark. This is an interesting one, Teapot. Let's look at our market and market movers. Caitlin Clark's cards are falling, yet it is not preventing people from still spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on her cards in the upper end of the market. Now, of course, they have been eliminated, or she has been, her season's done. They're actually in the playoffs. Indiana actually...
Then they win her.
They won their first playoff series. Yeah, they're advancing on without Caitlin Clark. Over the last 90 days, Caitlin Clark's cards as a collective are down about 16%.
over the last 90 days.
That was the last 90 days. Yeah, so that would have been since the time she announced that her injury and her season getting shut down, all of those types of things. Let's look at one of her Prism cards. Let's look at, yeah, there you go. Let's see what this has done. This one over the last 30 days is down about 10%.
Peaked out here, didn't it?
Yep. Over the last 90, look at that one. Wow. That card, that Prism base card from 2024 Prism. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, this one's down a lot.
Woo!
Wow. Okay. So Teapot, you see, you're looking at this on the screen.
Yep.
Are you buy, sell, or hold Caitlin Clark right now?
Hold.
Okay.
Hold.
Okay.
Hold.
I feel like hold's a sellout.
Hold.
All right.
Hold. I wouldn't be selling right now.
Okay.
I mean, she's down. It's not the right time to sell. I don't know that I'd be buying right now with her team winning. And
No,
everything else.
I am a buy on Caitlin Clark in probably like 3 months. 2 or 3 months is your buy window for Caitlin Clark. So normally if you look at the patterns of different sports, it's once the season ends, about a month or two after the season ends. That's kind of typically often your low point. And it depends on when the player's team's eliminated as well, when their season gets shut down, all that type of stuff. So I think with Caitlin Clark, I still believe it as a long term, even though her prices are elevated, but she truly is a game changer Now we'll see if she goes on and wins championships. She's going to have to do that. She's going to have to go on and be transcendent and win championships. But she truly, up to this point, has been a game changer. I would wait for the prices to bottom out. They will probably bottom out. My guess would be in about 2 months is when they're going to bottom out. And maybe 3. But that would be the window. About 2 months from today, mark your calendar, buy a few Caitlin Clark cards. And I bet you that by the time next season of the WNBA gets rolling, those cards are worth more than they will be worth 2 months from now. That would be my guess.
Okay.
Can't predict it for certain. Not investment advice. But that is what I would bet on, and I probably will bet on that. I probably will buy some Caitlin Clark cards in a couple of months, and I will probably watch those rise as next WNBA season starts. So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm a 2-month delayed buy on Caitlin Clark.
Fair
Calling
enough.
it in now. Okay, let's do a giveaway.
This is
Teapot.
a fun one.
We're going to jump to trivia. Why is this last giveaway?
We're going to give away the gold sparkle.
Okay, so we got one of the
You
big
got
cards.
the gold sparkle there,
Okay.
Parker? Can you
I do.
show the gold sparkle?
Show the gold.
All right, so this is one of the cards that you pulled
This
here.
this was a Case and Wallace.
Okay.
Okay, and I think there was a. I'm going to show market movers gold.
What
think it was like
do you pull? Was that like from a silver pack, or
It
what
was,
did that?
I bought a sparkle pack.
A sparkle
and
pack.
I thought it was a white sparkle pack. So
Okay.
then when I opened it and was getting red sparkles, I was
Right.
like, oh, whoops. But we hit a gold sparkle, which was pretty cool. So yeah, here's 350 raw, 350 and a 9. Those are the two sales, the last two sales of it, and I guess this one did about 300 most recently, actually. Oh, maybe it's come down a little bit since then. So I must have missed this sale before, but that's a nice card. It's a nice card. Gold sparkles are really nice looking, so we're going to give that away right
Someone's
now.
going to get it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay. So
randomize
how are we doing this giveaway?
So
We've got
I'm gonna-
that, and we got a handful of other things
Yep.
here.
The first, whoever is number one on the list here when I do the random is going to be our winner. So, yep. So, Charles, can you stop sharing my screen just for a second?
Okay. So you're going to randomize 3 times.
Yep, I'm gonna
and then
randomize
whoever's
3
in
times.
the number
You're good
one
now,
spot,
Charles.
whoever's in the number one spot is going to
gonna win.
win after 3
Yep.
randoms.
3 randoms.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. And we've got some other stuff in here too, so we're going to do them in order. Parker will show the front card for each of these as we pull them out, all right? So here's 1, 165 people. Here's 2,
Here it goes.
and here's 3. Bam! Perezne 926, who also won, I think, already once tonight. Just won the Case and Wallace Gold Sparkle. Congratulations. Very cool. And the whole reason we did this, we hit 50,000 subscribers on this channel, which was pretty
yes.
amazing.
Oh, yes.
And so we gave away, I ripped these boxes to celebrate, did the video, we're giving away all those cards. So for those of you who are subscribed, thank you for that and for watching the videos. And go check out the grading video after this that I
Yeah.
did today.
Yeah.
So we
that's a
got
cool video.
Perezne 926, then we got Lance Bowman, Cards. Why don't you pull them out as I read the names, Parker, so we can show
What they get.
what they get.
Yeah, sure.
So Perezne gets the gold sparkle Case and Wallace. This is number 2.
Alrighty. So Lance Bowman, you get a Jalen Polk. I believe
Yep.
this is copper out of 35.
Cool.
Rookie
Cool.
swatches.
There you go, Lance Bowman.
I got Cards 11 is going to be next.
Alrighty. Cards. You get the Demoy Hodge Red Wave RPA.
Cool.
I like that one.
Second.
Yep. And then number 4 is Ask John, Jon.
Ask John. Ask and you shall receive a Steph Curry.
That's cool.
I believe this is courtside green wave out of 50.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Big C. Our
Oh,
buddy
Cameron, Big C7, moderator in our
Hey.
Discord. We appreciate Cameron.
Shout out to Cameron. He gets an Amon St.
Ooh,
Brown.
you know I like that
Yeah,
one,
select.
Cameron.
That does look
That's my
like they're
guy.
like Honolulu blue.
Yes, that card's sick. When I pulled that, I was like, I'm going to keep this.
Can't anymore.
Nope. It's good. All right, then we got Anthony C. at number 6.
Anthony, you will get a Wemby.
Sweet. Wemby rookie. Number 7 is Bossy Sauce.
Bossy sauce.
Bossy Sauce.
Alrighty, from that same pack, I believe you get a red sparkle.
Paul Pierce.
Bossy sauce.
Cameron's offering the card to you, Teapot.
Cameron's offering me the card in the chat. Cameron, I would love to have that card. I will trade you the next time I see you. I'll be happy to bring something that's to your liking because I did really like that card. So I would appreciate that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll work out a trade. I'll get you something that you'll like too.
Alrighty.
Very nice.
And
then
the
here's
last one for Ozark Mountain Collectibles
Yep.
is Brandon Pajemski Green Wave out of 50.
Sweet.
Nice.
Awesome stuff.
All right, we're giving away some nice things tonight, T-Pop, but we got
did.
a little more left to give away
Yes, we
because
do.
it is time for
It's
trivia. It is time for trivia. So here's what I need all of you guys to do. This is for our Market Movers members. You go to that sportscardinvestor.com/live. That is, I believe, pinned on the top of the YouTube chat as well, that URL. You go there, and then once you log in and you get to that page, there is a link to go to the trivia game. Click the link, go over to the trivia game, enter your name, and get ready for trivia. We're going to start trivia here in about 1 minute. And the way that trivia works is there's going to be 10 questions. This is sports card trivia. Please join even if you're not a sports card expert because we are going to give a prize to one random person who plays. But we're going to give $100 to whoever comes in first place. We're going to give $50 to whoever comes in second place. We're going to give $25 to whoever comes in third place. And you're going to be competing against TPott. And maybe you will have the honor of defeating TPott tonight. We'll see. We'll see how TPott places. Are you going to play trivia tonight here, Parker?
Of course.
Parker's
My
playing
internet
along
just
as
said
well.
it disconnected, so hopefully that doesn't
sure.
happen.
We
It
already
literally
got
did.
excuses for
On
it.
my screen, it just said
Parker's,
Okay.
browser
Parker's going to play
disconnected.
along tonight. TPott's going to play
Excuses
along
have already
tonight.
started.
There's TPott's screen. He's logged in and ready
Dan
to go.
says he
So,
just ran a speed test and it's fine. So
I'm
Wow.
just telling you on my
happens
screen
to him every
it said
time, doesn't it,
disconnected.
Dan? Happens to him every
I'm
time.
just.
He
I
starts
hope it
missing
doesn't. I
questions.
hope it doesn't happen.
Oh,
during
my
this.
internet.
Say that.
I
Oh
can't.
my
I don't know. It's all
gosh.
delayed. It's a little slow for me.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. All right, guys, we got 81 people have logged into the trivia game so far. I'm going to give you guys about another 20 seconds. Once again, go to sportscardinvestor.com/live. The link is pinned on the top of the YouTube chat. Then from there, click over to the trivia game. This is for our Market Movers members. You're going to get 10 questions. It's going to automatically advance between the questions. Obviously, you got to answer correctly to get points, but it also comes down to how quickly you answer correctly. So speed in answering correctly matters. So answer as fast as you can with the correct answer. You will get more points based on your speed. We'll go through all 10 questions, and then it will show us who the winners are, and it will show us if you have defeated TPott. How are you feeling? Are you ready?
Yep.
You ready to go?
Let's do it.
This is grading trivia, ladies and gentlemen. The
Grading
theme of
trivia.
tonight's trivia is grading in celebration of TPott's video on the Market Movers channel all about grading, which he released earlier today. And I got a video coming out on the Jeff Wilson Show tomorrow all about grading. Okay, here we go. Grading trivia. I hope you know your grading, TPott. I'm going to hit the start button now.
here.
Wow.
There's a lot of guessing.
Wow.
Let's see.
Luke Forshee.
Luke. Congrats, Luke. Congrats, Steve.
Strickland? No way.
TPott did it. First place.
All right.
TPott did it. First place for TPott. All right, TPott.
Guess who's back?
Congratulations. TPott beats everybody. TPott slays the 100+ people, 102 people who entered trivia. TPott slays all of them and takes first place. I will say, I was watching the live scoring as we were going. Steve Strickland was in the lead until the very last question.
No kidding.
You got that very last question faster than he did. You jumped Steve Strickland right at the end. You beat him only by 2 points.
Well done, Steve.
You had 542
Well done,
points. He
Steve.
had 540 points. He was leading the whole time, and you overtook him right at the very end.
Yep.
Right. Good job.
Yep.
You and Steve were the only. Let's see. The two of you got no. Let's see. You, Steve Strickland. And actually, Lions in 4th place and Caleb in 5th place were the only 4 people to get 8 out of 10 questions correct. But Luke is in 3rd place because he only got 7 of 10 correct, but he answered them very fast. So his 7 overtook the other people who got 8 but were a little slower with their answers.
Yep.
Jeremy Taylor also got 7 out of 10 correct. And on down the list, Noah got 7 out of 10 correct, and Gordon got 7 out of 10 correct. And even Brandon, down in 25th place, got 7 out of 10 correct, but just a little slower with his answers. So that is why he fell behind all the other people that got 5 or 6 correct.
Bang.
So anyway, congratulations, TPott.
Thank you.
That was
Feels
pretty
good to
good.
be back.
So you got 8 out of 10 correct. What were the 2 you missed?
I got the Gaudi Babe wrong.
Okay.
I went 1 lower than what it was. I knew there were a lot of them.
Yep.
And then the other one I got wrong was I got the mantle.
Grading company one?
No, the grading company I got right. I just took me forever. I only got 37 points on it. I knew what the answer was. I was just like, "Where's PSA SG, or CGC?" It was another. Was there another vintage one?
There was the mantle.
I got the mantle. So I don't know. I don't remember what.
Most graded sports card of all time. I think you got that one.
I got that. I got the Zion. I got the Tebow. I don't know.
Let's see. I got your answers up here, TPott.
Okay, which one did I?
You got the total graded population. You got the PSA 10 population of the Jordan Kobe East-West refractor.
Okay.
You picked 655.
So
It was only
I
100
recently looked at that
Yeah.
and couldn't believe how many there were. And so I was like, well, if it had been 100 and something, I would have thought. I may have been just thinking of the global pop, like
Right.
the total pop of
Right,
that
the
card.
total
Because there's
pop.
way more than I thought for how
Right.
expensive it is.
Yeah. Might have been the total pop, or you
think-
could have been looking at the non-refractor. I don't know.
Yeah.
But one of those two things probably happened. All right, guys. Well, congratulations. TPott is, for himself, unfortunately ineligible to win the prize. But that's good news for Steve Strickland, because Steve Strickland wins the $100 gift card to CardsHQ. The $50 gift card to CardsHQ goes to Luke Forshee. And the $25 gift card to CardsHQ goes to Lion Irons. Congratulations. And then we're going to pick one other random participant. Give me a number, Parker, between 1 and, let me make sure we get people who
Between
at least
5.
scored a point. 1 and 67.
5 and 67.
63.
63 it is. That goes to Elliot Ness 50.
can't
Thank
see
you
it.
for playing along, Elliot Ness 50. We appreciate you. You are going to take a $25 gift card to CardsHQ home with you as well, that you can use on CardsHQ.com. If you won those gift cards or any of our prizes throughout tonight's show, you need to fill out the winner form so we can get you your prize. We're putting that once again in the YouTube chat so you guys can fill out the winner form. The winner form is also linked from that sportscardinvestor.com/live page. If you scroll down on that page, you can get to the winner form from there. So it was a fun show tonight. Thank you to you, TPott.
Thank you.
Thank you over there, Parker. Appreciate it. Dan over there as well. Thank you guys for being with us tonight. And most importantly, thank you for all of your support of Market Movers. It makes the world of difference to us and allows us to have this fun with you every month and continue to build on the product to make it better and better. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon with the next Market Movers Live. Go watch TPott's video from earlier today on this channel. It's a good one. See you guys.